The next time you travel, you could be paying extra fees if you don't pay attention to today's story. Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and it's time for some breaking news. Breaking news. On today's English lesson, I am going to teach you more vocabulary words that will help you to improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and your English fluency. So I'm going to read through today's story and break all of that down for you. I hope you're ready for some learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's story. U.S. air travelers without real IDs will be charged a $45 fee. Okay, charged. So you can charge a battery, which means to give it more energy. You can charge a person a fee by saying, you have to pay me money, and it's mandatory for a service or a penalty. So, for instance, the state can charge you a late fee for taxes that you haven't paid. Your credit card company can charge you for not paying your bill on time. It's not to be confused with your dog charging at you or coming towards you quickly. So, same word, but it can be used in two different ways. Let's continue. Starting February 1st, 2026, U.S. travelers who don't have a valid real ID or another accepted form of identification will have to pay a $45 fee before they can fly. Now, this is called context clues. And if you don't understand what the word valid means, you continue reading and it can define itself from the next sentence or within the same sentence. Notice, who don't have a valid real ID, notice, or another accepted form of identification. So something that is valid, it is a form of identification that is acceptable or satisfactory or something that is approved. Okay, so that's what valid means. My driver's license is valid because it has not expired. So it's still acceptable or satisfactory. And of course, a fee is a monetary expense that you have to pay. A fee, okay? Fee. Let's continue. The fee is part of a new system by Transportation Security Administration called TSA Confirm ID. Now, a system, that's an important word right there. So a system is simply a process of doing something. How someone gets something done, that's a system. So when you come home, you usually have a system in place. Okay, you come home, you take off your shoes, you may take a bath, then you get something to eat, and then you rest. That's your system. That's your process of doing something. Or you may have a system in place with how you pay your bills. Your money gets deposited, you write a budget, and then you disperse your funds. That's your system. The idea is to force travelers to get real IDs or pay if they don't. after warnings and extra screening were used earlier. So when you force someone to do something, you make them do something. I'm going to force you to get the proper ID. The TSA is thinking, well, how are they going to force us to get the proper ID? They're going to charge people money. They're going to make you, as we say, come out of your pocket. Okay, so when you force someone, you make them do it. The police can force you to get in their car. Watch your head, get in the car. All right, let's continue. Under the new rule, if you're 18 or older and try to fly domestically without real ID, okay? Domestically, what does that mean? That's a good word. Let's put that on the list. Domestically. So when someone travels domestically, they travel within the borders of their country. So here in the United States, when I fly domestic, it's from Georgia to North Carolina, or from Georgia to Nevada, or from Boston to Georgia. That's within the country. That's domestic. If I fly or travel international, then I would go from Georgia to South America or Georgia to Europe. Okay, so that's international. So within your country, that's domestic. Under the new rule, if you're 18 or older and try to fly domestically without real ID, passport, or another approved ID, you'll need to pay the fee and use Confirm ID to verify your identity. So, to have something that is approved, when something is approved, it is something that has been deemed acceptable. So approved is synonymous or the same as the word valid. So for instance, when you go to get your driver's license, they need to see documents that have your name and address on it, and then they will approve you to get a state license. Okay. Now, a real ID is just simply a driver's license that has a certain seal on it, and it has a barcode on the back to where it can be scanned. So that's really what a real ID is. And based upon the state you live in here in the United States, it may be different by design, but it's going to have a certain seal and it's going to have that barcode on the back. Okay, that is an approved identity. That's another good word. Identity. So a person's identity confirms who they are. Identity. Okay, so documents that state, hey, that's Jay, or hello, that's Bob. I have documents to confirm his identification. All right, let's continue. TSA says roughly 94% of travelers already have real ID or another acceptable ID. Now, you see how I used 3 different words that mean the same thing: valid, approved, and now acceptable. Okay, 3 different words you can use that mean the same thing. So someone could ask you, how was my meal? And you could say, it was acceptable. Or you could say, they would say, how was the meal? And you might say, I approve. Okay. How was the meal, Jay? It's valid. They're going to say, valid? Yeah, it's okay. I'll eat it. It's all right. It's valid. So three different words that mean the same thing, but you can use them interchangeably, or you can use them at different times depending on what you're discussing. So this fee mainly affects those who don't upgrade yet. Okay. So when you upgrade something, you go from something that is old to something that is new. Recently, my wife and I, we had to upgrade our cell phone. We went from an iPhone 8 to a newer version. Not the 17, but we did update. We had to get a better phone. And so that's what TSA is saying. They want people to have a better type of ID. We're almost done. The fee covers a 10-day travel period. So what does that mean? That simply means that if you pay the fee and you're still traveling, within 10 days, you don't have to pay the fee again. But if you're on a 2-week vacation and you come back to the airport and you don't have the ID, you're going to have to pay that $45 again. Woo! They are going to be making some money. Again, remember, they're trying to force people to get the real ID. Travelers can pay online before arriving at the airport or pay at the airport. If they pay at the airport, the identity check process may take up to 30 minutes. Wow. So it's going to take more time. So you could be late. You could miss your flight. You're definitely going to be frustrated. Could you imagine going through this process, paying the fee, being 30 minutes late, and then get to the gate and find out that your plane has been canceled? Oh, man. It would make me not want to travel anymore, okay? But paying doesn't guarantee that TSA, oh wow, will verify your identity. Let's look at another word. So to verify your identity, it simply means that they won't deem your identity to be acceptable. So you could actually pay the fee and they say, we're still not going to allow you to travel. Boy, that's a cold game. That's rough. If the confirmation fails, you may be refused boarding. Oh, man, that's awful. And you know somebody, it's always at least one person. It's always one person that just does not pay attention. And they end up having to pay these fees, and then they're just so upset. Okay. TSA also says the fee is non-refundable. Oh my goodness, non-refundable. So something that is non-refundable, it simply means you're not getting your money back. They're keeping that $45. Once you have swiped that card or given them cash, that money is theirs. Okay, it's non-refundable. So you can buy something online, and if you don't read closely, they may say all sales are final. And that simply means no refund. You're not getting your money back. Meaning you don't get your money, you don't get it back even if the system denies your identity. Okay, and that's another context clue. how I was telling you, if you don't know one word, if you continue reading, it will define it for you. TSA also says the fee is non-refundable, meaning you don't get it back even if the system denies your identity. Okay. The real ID requirement comes from a federal law passed after 2001 to make identification, notice this word, stricter. Okay. To make identification stricter. All right. So to make it more, to make people have more discipline, we're going to tighten the rules, okay, for national security reasons. Okay. We're going to make the rules to where people have to obey them. All right. That's what it means when something is strict. All right. Now, let's conclude by looking at a few quiz questions here to test your comprehension. I want you to answer these down in the comment section. What is the difference between valid and fake? Okay, I explained what valid means. So the opposite of valid is fake. Tell me the difference in question number 1 and put your answer down in the comment section. Number 2, what does non-refundable mean? When something is non-refundable, what does that mean? And number 3, what is something you learned from today's English through News story? I simply want you to let me know down in the comments what is something that you have learned, okay? Well, that's going to do it for today's English through News story. Thank you so much. If you have made it until the end, thank you so much for watching. All I ask, if you have learned something and been encouraged, share today's English lesson with a friend that's trying to improve their English. That's all I ask. Just send them the link, okay? WhatsApp, Facebook, however you want to do it, text. Just help them to improve as well. I also have English through stories. I have other practice lessons and courses that you could study all for free. That is down in the description of today's lesson. And so with that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then.